Oh my God. What a finish to that Kentucky race. Where do I even begin? I guess we should talk about the race first. So Daniel Suarez took the green flag, led about 40 or more laps, and then what was it? A caution came out. Chase Elliott blew a tire, so that would bring out a caution. He would fall in the back, taking 4 tires, while other people took 2 and 0 tires, which would be fuel only. So that would cycle him back in the back of the pack, and then let's see here. I know there were a few spins. I know Corey LaJoie spun, and I think Bailey Curry and Landy Castle got together and they spun. But your stage 1 winner was Kurt Busch, so he would win stage 1, stage 2. Oh, by the way, restarts were insane. They were going 3 wide, some making it 4 wide, a little risky there, all the way in the back of the pack. So that was pretty cool. And then stage 2, like I just said, pretty uneventful. You had people taking strategies in the pits, taking 2 tires, 4 tires, or just fuel only. So you had a lot of come and goers. Clint Boyer led a lot. Like I said, Suarez led 40-ish laps. Kevin Harvick was really a non-factor. Brad Keselowski had some trouble. He had some engine trouble. He really fell in the back. I think he finished like in the mid-20s to early 30s, something like that. So yeah, is what it is. Austin Dillon had something happen to his car. I think like a battery alternator had failed on his car. So he would go in the garage. I think he was like 32 laps down at the end of the race. But their stage 2 winner was Kyle Busch. So the Busch brothers sweeping the stages pretty much. Now we get to stage 3. The first part was pretty uneventful. You had some guys making contact with each other, crazy restarts, like I said, a lot of pit strategy. Clint Boyer was leading, battling Kurt Busch for the lead, and then they came and took tires. They took, I believe it was, 4 tires, I think? Yeah, they took 4 tires and gas. Then they were gone, and it was between him and Boyer again, Kurt Boyer, battling it out. Basically, for the lead, Joey Logano and Kyle Busch were still out. They came to take 2 tires and some fuel, and they actually came out the leader after, I think it was Daniel Suarez was the last one to pit. So it was them, and Joey Logano finally passed Kyle Busch, and it was with about 6 to go. And this right here was when I was just about to turn off the TV and be like, all right, Logano won, let's just go make the video, which you're watching now, and then play some video games. But then I saw caution out. I love Bubba Wallace, but I gotta thank the tires for the Ron Wallace's car for this one, because Bubba Wallace blew a right rear tire and spun, throwing the caution out. That would lead Joey Logano, Kyle Busch with pretty much old tires, and Kurt Busch and a few others behind them were on 4 fresh Goodyear tires, and it was a restart for the ages at Kentucky, I'll tell you what. They go down in the corner, first corner. Kurt Busch gets alongside Joey Logano and Kyle Busch, putting Joey Logano basically in that sucker hole. He would actually fall back to 7th and finish 7th. Let me remind you, Joey Logano was first to 7th in 2 laps, because this was overtime at this point. And Kurt Busch, I would like to say Kurt Busch got some big help from Kyle Larson, his teammate in that Clover car. Kurt Busch goes up high. Kyle Larson goes with him, gives him a big shove past Joey Logano. That was awesome to see. And then it was between Kyle Busch and Kurt Busch, the Busch brothers, battling it out for 2 laps. I thought they was going to wreck, I tell you what. I thought Eric Jones was going to win the thing, but Kurt Busch coming to the line, swerving around, gets the win. We have now 3 new winners back to back to back in the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. That is awesome. I'm a big fan of Kurt. I kind of always have been. I liked him back when he was in the 22 car. So awesome to see. I don't talk about him a lot on this channel, but what an awesome win and what an awesome battle. Like Kurt Busch had some terrible luck last week at Daytona. They were going with 1 to go at Daytona. Kurt comes down. Then they basically put the caution lights back on the pace car and call the race. Justin Haley, of course, won that race, which I still can't believe. And even before that at Bristol, it was between Kurt and Kyle. And Kurt Busch even stated after the race that he would have wrecked his little brother to win the race. But Kyle Busch not thinking that same thing, although he could have slid up in front of Kurt to take the air away. But like Kyle said in the interview, he would have probably hit the fence and his day would have been done, and Erik Jones may have won. And even if Kyle took Kurt into the wall, Erik Jones still could have won. But Kurt Busch won, Kyle Busch second, Erik Jones third. So good points day for Jones. I think he's just above that cut line by like 3 points, I think. So he definitely needed those. Ryan Newman chasing him along with Daniel Suarez. Who else finished good? Larson finished fourth after helping Kurt Busch. So good day for the Ganassi guys. Top 4. Let's see. Joey Logano, like I mentioned, he finished 7th. Chris Buescher with an impressive 10th place run. Also, Jimmy Johnson had some problems. He actually got loose. Either blue tire got loose. He hit the wall. He would also spin down the track, and his day would pretty much be done. But what a freaking race. Oh my gosh, dude. That was great. I loved... Oh my god, my hair's a mess. I loved just about every second of those last 2 laps. I was definitely standing up, clapping for Kurt. He actually did a dive off his car into the pit crew. What a great. It wasn't even a great race. It was just great last 2 laps. The race itself was okay. I was kind of bored for about the second stage. I mean, the second stage, like I said, was pretty uneventful. But the first stage had, a few interesting things happen with the spins and stuff like that. And I feel for Elliott fans. I really do. Blowing a tire that early in the race really sucked. I think Suarez had a penalty. Oh, William Byron actually had a penalty. He was the first car on the inside. Kurt Busch was the leader. They were coming to the Geico restart zone, and William Byron got a penalty because he actually exited the restart zone first ahead of the leader, the control car, Clint Bowyer. Kyle Busch stated on the radio that he thought maybe Clint Bowyer had brake checked everybody. Well, they showed the speedometer, or whatever you want to call it, above the car on Clint, and it looked like he kept speed about 65, 66 miles an hour coming to the restart zone, and then started to accelerate at the edge of the restart zone. And William Byron ultimately got a penalty. He would have to come down pit road. Not sure where he finished, but just a rough day for Byron. I hope I didn't say Clint there. Pretty tired, but also pretty hyped up for Kurt Busch, and sucks for William too. Young kid needs a win for sure, but I knew Kurt was gonna get a win sometime this season, and what a way to do it. So yeah, comment down below, what did you think of that race? I thought it was decent till those last 2 laps. So that's it. That's all I got to say. I'm hyped, and we head to New Hampshire next. So maybe New Hampshire can give me a surprise too, because Kentucky was definitely a tiny bit surprising. I thought it would be a lot more boring, but it is what it is. So let me know down in the comments below, what did you think of this race? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Go Kurt, go Kyle, man. Peace out.